ShinRobjira.
I have a chunky boy. I have a tin can. They both glow in the dark and we're totally going to open them on camera. Sorry, collectors. Here we have our two glow-in-the-dark boys, Tin Can and Heat Ray Godzilla. Let's take a closer look at things before we unbox them, shall we? Goji Boy over here is rather heavy. He glows in the dark and he is an FYE exclusive for your eczema. On the back of the box here, you can see pretty much the entire lineup. Big Goji, Big Kong, Lil Goji, Heat Ray Goji, Tin Can, Monkey. On the opposite side, we see Heat Ray Godzilla and 1018. And on the opposite side, we get a little bit closer look at Godzilla and his little breath effect piece, and voila! I'm gonna do my best to not ruin this box. Okay, so, oh, there we go. Already bent the lip. You know what? I don't give a as long as the boxes are in good condition, right? So how's everybody doing today? Holy God, that guy is heavy. Don't mean to cut you off there, but you gotta open him up and ooh dearie. We've got paint dribble on the nose. Looks like it mainly came from the eyes. Oh dear, let's turn this guy around, and it looks like he fared a lot better on the back. That's nice. I'm not exactly sure what part of him glows in the dark, so I'm just gonna let this guy soak up the sun and try and tell everyone that he's fine today. Now let's get this out. And this be the breath effect piece, which, yeah, is going to stand there with the help of Godzilla's mouth. Giggity. Here we have Godzilla's plastic shell. Plastic shell in the box because yes. Alright, so I imagine we just, there's going to be a hole in Godzilla's mouth over here. Hopefully you can see that. Actually, ShinRob Quality Jira. There's quality in my name because there's quality in my reviews. So, there you can see the hole. Here you can see the back end of Godzilla's atomic breath piece, and you're just gonna... just like that. And there we go. That's pretty swanky. Hillary Swank. Taking a good old turntable look at Atomic Blast Goji over here, we do have some nicks on the dorsal fins, and that little blue smudge on his face is a tick distracting. But for the most part, I would say this pop looks pretty dang good. It definitely walks miles around the original Funko Godzilla pops. Don't worry, we'll be looking at those later. And don't worry, we'll be taking a look at the glow-in-the-dark feature later as well. But for now, we get to take a tin can out of a box. Bit of an oxymoron there. Alright, so when it comes to Tin Can, he was a Funko.com exclusive, and he glows in the dark. On the side here, we get an illustration of Tin Can with his atomic Hawaiian Punch Kool-Aid Fruit Punch breath puke effect thing. On the back, you can see that you can collect them all, which we certainly will. I promise you, I'm just waiting for Walmart to ship the rest of them out. And on the opposite side, we've got a clearer look at Mechagoji and half of Mechagoji's head. Anyway, yep, did it again. Bent the lip. And there we go. Alrighty. Let's free him from his plastic prison and ooh. Oh, yes. That is nice. Don't worry, I'll be doing close-ups for these guys for better looks at the detail, but wowzer kabowzer. That's some nice looking stuff right there. Holy moly. I imagine this differs from the standard looking Mechagodzilla. The standard looks like he's more front facing, but I could be wrong and the hand seems to be in a different position. Anyway, we'll find that out once we get it. So second verse, same as the first, I imagine. It's looking like there's a few other things to help hold this in Mechagoji's mouth, but okay, that was very simple. Look at that! What an adorably destructive little munchkin! I love him! God, I love both of them together. They're cute, they look ferocious, and oh boy, the detail. Yeah, let's start doing our close-ups for the detail and paint, shall we? First up, Godzilla. We have the Atomic Blast piece, and it's pretty much what you would expect. Translucent blues. Got a bit of a thingy down here to make sure that it doesn't get scratched up or leave any marks, which is very, very nice. And that's it. Looking at Godzilla, though, wowzers. So again, I'm a little bit bummed about the schmutz of blue on his face, but for the most part, I would say the Funko Pop does look awesome. It's just the unbalanced nature of this dry brushing technique that was used on him. It's very heavy on one side, while on the midsection, it's really not all that heavy. while on the other side, it's really not that heavy at all. It's actually perfectly balanced. I feel like you can see it better from just looking at him head on, but for the most part, I don't find it too distracting. Little bit on the upsetting side, but hey, who's counting? Well, technically, I am. I'm the figure reviewer here. Oh my god. Turning Goji to the side over here, though, we can see a lot of different paint methods being used here, but not fully utilized. I understand this is the back of his head, but what happened to this coloration on the back of his head over here? Look at that. It's entirely barren. You got a little bit of the grays and blues there, but look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be like that, but it looks like y'all just missed an entire section of the figure. I don't know. I do really much like that we have details on Godzilla's dorsal fins over here. Very, very nice. It seems they're using the exact same baby blue Playmates is. I'll have to bring a figure in for a comparison. So when looking at the figure as a whole, I do think he looks really, really nice. I do feel the paint could have been done a little bit better. That unevenness of this dry brushing effect does make it a little jarring to look at in a sense. The detail is fantastic. The inclusion of the atomic breath piece is awesome. I do feel the paint could have been better in a few areas. So detail's gonna get a solid star from me. Paint is going to get half a star. Taking a look at our false king over here, though. The Tin Can King, the aluminum god of destruction. He looks really, really, really good. Let's take a closer look. I don't think I'd be hurting anybody's feelings when saying that the detailing on this figure is next level for Funko. Yes, Godzilla looked amazing, but look at all this. Look at all of those crazy, intricate details on this thing. It's almost, what's the word I'm looking for? Intimidating to look at because you don't know where to avert your gaze. I am not even going to wait. The detail for Mechagodzilla is definitely going to get a solid star from me. Even inside the mouth, there's a cornucopia of good-looking details in there. Good stuff there, Funko. The eyes are nice and beady and red. They get the point across. It's just when you get to the dorsal fins over here, some of them are a little messily painted. And I really don't know what Funko is going for here because this one's fully painted on the top. The rest are all fully painted on either side with not much going on the top there. So I guess this guy's a mistake. But in ShinRob country, we call that a happy mistake because honestly, I think that looks better than the rest. But for the most part, I feel the application of the red isn't too bad. I might just be nitpicking, but then you get something like this. Like, damn, you're the one to ruin it for the whole class, ain't ya? He's better on the opposite side. I think I'm nitpicking a little bit too hard on these dorsal fins. I was playing around with it and thinking of giving Mechagodzilla half a star, but the eyes are properly done. And in all honesty, when it comes to the dorsal fins, the paint and how they're applied really isn't that distracting. I mean, at least Mechagodzilla doesn't have a schmutz on his face like this guy does. So you know what? I'm gonna give Mechagodzilla a solid star for paint as well. The addition of this atomic blast piece, though, is just fantastic. There's really not too many crazy details going on about this. It is a laser and it is just a very smoothed out surface throughout most of it. And you're going to see some wicked nice detail there for the impact, but for the most part, this is very much a what you see is what you get type thing. So just to go over things so far, I give Godzilla here a solid star in terms of detail, but a half a star in terms of paint. Mechagodzilla over here got a full star in terms of detail and paint, since the paint is so minimal. Now I think it is time to rate these glow-in-the-dark features, shall we? One fellow 1, one fellow 2. Let me see how you glow. Huh. Goji's glowing. Since I really didn't see much of a glow going on with Mechagodzilla, I'm going to bring in my trusty LED square. Alright, we're doing a chargy. It's really dark in here. I know you can tell because you can see. Okay, so Mechagodzilla's eyes and atomic breath glow, but they really don't glow for that long. That's upsetting. I was mainly trying to charge up Mechagodzilla and Godzilla's back. Now I'll just do their front sides. You know, Funko glow-in-the-dark features have never really been that good, have they? We'll find out. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, Mechagodzilla just slowly drains out. That's upsetting. Just a bit. Let's try glowing together as a team. Okay, yeah, it's looking like Godzilla's breath is definitely the best glowing part of the bunch. Looking like the top dorsal fins on Godzilla are going to be the brightest over here. But when it comes to the rest of the dorsal fins, you're just going to get somewhat of a faint glow. Holy crap, the dorsal fins light up too. Super dead, super quick. But they look cool while they last, which isn't that long. So when it comes to Mechagodzilla's glow feature, I'm going to give him a half a star as well. It is nice that the spines, the eyes, and the atomic blast piece actually all glow, but the charge is so piss poor and doesn't work. I've really forgot how lackluster Funko's glow-in-the-dark features can be. Final verdict, this guy is 2.5 stars. Would recommend, but don't buy them for the glow-in-the-dark feature. Buy this guy because he's got an atomic blast piece and that looks awesome. When it comes to the Funko Atomic Blast Godzilla, however, love the detail, the paint could have been a little bit better, and his glow-in-the-dark feature is a bit stronger, but when it comes to the glow-in-the-dark feature, I think I'm gonna give this guy another half a star. Glows really well here and here, but nearly everything on the back is entirely lackluster aside from these up here. But for the most part, with these two being my first taste of the GVK Funko Pop line, I'm actually really impressed. The detail is insane, and I love the fact that Funko actually went above and beyond to give Godzilla more than 3 colors. The dry brushing and the overall representation of Godzilla's character is spot on, and again, so much better than the original. There is absolutely no contest. And yes, while the glow-in-the-dark features are a bit on the side, just having these two standard Funko Pops makes me very excited to see what the rest are going to look like, and to see just how great those Jumbo Pops is gonna look like. I can't wait. So 2.5 stars, a standard recommend from me. Again, buy them because you want GVK Pops, not because you want glow-in-the-dark ones that aren't gonna hold a charge for less than a minute. And I think you will be just fine with these, as I am with these as well. I have been ShinRobjira. I do so hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time when I talk about, I have no idea, might be the Playmates Jet Jaguar, might be the Playmates Battle Roar Godzilla, might be the Reborn Godzilla Fetus. I don't know what it's going to be. It's just a happy mail week.